Just got done training at my high school. So it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I woke up about half an hour ago. Since I didn't have anything planned for today, I just went to Sota to do some bodybuilding and some stretching work. So I started doing these front box squats to work on my core as well as my hip flexibility. Basically, when I sit back into the squat, it's like going to the bottom position of a sumo, and that stretches out my hips. Oh my god! So like I said, this was an unplanned training day. So I decided to do some incline bench presses because I don't really do them, and I'm starting to realize that my upper chest isn't really being developed, so I just thought, why not try some of these and just to get some volume training in, because a bigger muscle is a stronger muscle. As you can see from this angle, when I squat and I try to keep my back upright, I can't seem to hit depth, and depth is where my hip crease is below the top of my knee. And from this angle you can see that I'm just parallel, but for the sumo I actually need to reach down towards the bar, keeping my back as straight as possible, and the bar is about 8 3/4 inches off the floor, which means I still have much further to go. Unless of course my arms grow freakishly long, which is not gonna happen. So there's no particular reason why I'm supersetting incline bench presses and front box squats, but I suppose it's just for the sake of not spending too much time in the gym. But I just want to say that after this training session, I actually felt more of the soreness in my lats than in my upper chest or shoulders. And I suppose that could just be that my lats are weak and I'm working with a weight that's too light for my upper chest and shoulders, or my lats are strong and my body is compensating and loading my lats. So I'm not actually sure, but at least I know with the muscle soreness that I'm producing the necessary muscle confusion, so that I'm developing my body in a way that my body is not already used to. I think from this angle I was trying to look for any sort of hip shift or any sort of internal rotation of the knees as I push off the floor, and it looks pretty okay, except on the final few reps you can see that my left knee actually buckles a bit, which is not ideal, so I just need to remember to force my knees out. Stretch. Always stretch. After you get hips like me, then you cannot sumo. Then your total will be low. Moral of the story: don't take your hip mobility for granted. If you thought you won't be able to sumo, and if you're not able to sumo, you have a small total, and then you won't be competitive, and then you won't be famous. So stretch your hips. From this angle, you can see much more clearly what I meant by the internal rotation of the knee. And as you can see on the downward, I'm really trying to fight my knees from coming in. And if you look at my knee, you can see that it's moving sort of left to right, and it's just basically just want to keep it always pushed out rather than let it cave in. But that's also because I have really shit hip mobility, and it's being compensated by my knees trying to get me in the most optimal position to squat. Okay, at this point I'll admit that I'm just showing off, but I realized on filming my pull-ups that I have quite a bad imbalances. At the top of my pull-up you can see that I'm slightly tilted to the left, and I suppose this is probably from too much mixed grip deadlifting and my lats developing unevenly. Just got done training at my high school. So it's 2:30 in the morning. I just finished editing day 3 of the road to 10k. I'm gonna go to bed soon, but before that I'm going to make some cold brew.